spark the brain, 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 spark the brain. We here, spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. It's the third round, RPB. I don't know if they ready for this one, man. You gotta switch it up on them a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Have a seat at the master's table. We ain't asked for no seat. We went and built up our own. You see, it's rather stable. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, you know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious. The money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we callin' hip-hop now. It's all relevant to all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as we play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God mantra album. I hope y'all feel this. Spark the brain, 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 spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. My mind is spark the brain, spark the brain.
The masters, the masters, the masters, the masters.
Peace, God.
Hey, Dad. He's so good.
Hey, man, I got you a new book.
A new book?
Check it out. Check it out. Let me know how you like it. I'll be back. Man, this Bitcoin, this Ethereum ain't doing nothing for me right now, man. Gotta find some new investments.
Peace, God. What you doing?
Peace, God. Good.
I think this book is kind of inappropriate.
Inappropriate? Well, what's up with it?
It's inappropriate because look at these.
LGBT? Oh, man, I'm sorry about that, God.
I accept your apology.
Man, it's a shame, man. You can't even find no decent books for you nowadays without having to have these difficult conversations.
I have an idea.
What's
Maybe
that?
we should make a series of our own book.
A book series? That is a good idea.
7 volumes.
7, I get it. 7 volumes. What should we call it?
7 the Super Hey-Roo.
7 the Perfect. 7 the Super Hey-Roo.
And then maybe we could even make some bundles of it once we get to volume 3.
Oh, see, now you're thinking like a businessman. I like that idea, man. A foundational Black American children's series.
Perfect.
Visit www.godcastbooks.com and pre-order your book today.
Master elements.
Racism, white supremacy is a dynamic system for the ultimate purpose of white genetic survival on the planet. White supremacy.
You are in an evil system, a system that is designed deliberately to produce evil thoughts, to produce animosity, to produce violence.
Introduction to African civilizations and man-garden civilization.
Master elements. Master elements.
We dedicate lives to the study of history.
They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation.
The right way is clearly distinct from error.
Racism is a competitive relationship between groups of people who are competing for the ownership and control of resources, wealth, and power.
Master element.
Do for self or suffer the consequences. The wisdom of Elijah is inside of the conscientious. So I move.
Here we are.
We here. Late, but we here.
Right. Right. Oh, let me plug in my let me plug this computer in before my battery dies. Hold on one second.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want the battery to die, but while he's plugging that in, welcome to another episode of the Sincere Love the Godcast. As you know, we come on here every Sunday, typically 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we discuss important topics as it pertains to the Black community. So thank you all again for tapping in with us. You know, we late, you know, we on CPT time, but we here.
We on what? Compton time? What's that?
Color, what is it? What's the CP time stands for? Color people time. Yeah.
I thought you said CP. I thought you said CPT time.
Yeah.
Oh, CPT.
Yeah, CPT.
We on CPT. Okay, I got it. Yeah, man. But we here though, man. So welcome everybody to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I am the God Sincere Love, and this is my lovely co-host, nyctegur.
Hey.
Happy Sunday to the family.
Happy Sunday.
Man.
Off Monday. Thank God I get a 3-day weekend. You know what I'm saying? I can sleep in tomorrow.
Oh, you off with the kids? Okay.
Yeah, I'm off.
Yeah, kids been off out here. There was no school Thursday, Friday, no school tomorrow.
That's too much.
They get more days off than
right.
And what next week? Next week they got like 2 half a days back to back. Then it's gonna be spring break, right?
Yeah.
It's all good though, man. I don't mind having my son with me. We be chilling.
My mind worrisome. My mind is worrisome, let me tell you. Plus, he's getting ready for winter formal. It's next Saturday. So we've been running around kind of this weekend for that. Tomorrow, I'll have to take his suit jacket because the arms are too long. And we ordered it online. Right. And and it's like bulky in here. So we got to go to the tailor, get that, done. And his girlfriend and her mother came over last night. So, just talking. Well, that is just to discuss prom stuff and like their champagne party, which is in 3 months. So we've decided that we're going to book a hall to have their champagne party. So, yeah.
What the hell is a champagne party?
So a champagne party is basically where their family, friends, etc. come together. It's a huge party. It's just a party while they're getting dressed and stuff like that. You eat and dance and listen to music and mingle and stuff. And then everybody see them off when their car comes to pick them up and see them off. And then we stay and still do our thing.
I don't like it.
So I sent you the video of the one that I have for my daughter. With my daughter, we did not do a hall. We just did it at her dad's house in the backyard. But we had a DJ, we had food catered, we had everyone over, like decorated everything. Photographer.
My daughter getting ready to go to prom. Her junior prom is in April. She's excited about it and everything. But
me too. It's so fun.
I'm like, man, miss me with this shit. I don't like it.
I love this time. I haven't done it in 10 years because my kids are 10 years apart. And so it's exciting. I've been waiting for this for a long time just to see what, ideas they come up with and, what the new trends are going to be and all that stuff. So it's super fun. And I also, because I like his girlfriend, I get to share the moment with her too, because my daughter's grown and, doing her own thing. So I kind of get to, help her in a way she likes my fashion sense and stuff like that. So it's fun.
All right. And so his is next week.
Well, his winter formal is Saturday the 25th, and his prom is in May 13th.
In May, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So we both got stuff going on with the kids, all of that. Oh man, but today, man, I didn't think I was gonna be out all day, man. I've been running.
What you doing?
It's like traffic everywhere, and every it's long lines everywhere. So it just took up my whole day. All I was doing was grocery shopping, and I did my oil change and got my car washed and shit like that. That shit just took all damn day.
Yeah, I chill.
And then long ass lines at the oil change place, at the car wash place. So it was just a whole bunch of waiting around.
Yeah.
Well,
you know. So also, I wanted to tell you. So while we were doing our running around, by the way, so he did all the driving. I'm in the passenger seat, so I get control of the music. So of course, I am playing the master's table. My son's two favorites is Sunshine, and he loves Black Death. He was like, see, my schoolmates, they wouldn't even understand nothing like this. He thinks he knows so much. You have no idea. Like, he get a little cocky. He's like, Mom, and he let me listen. And when he gets home from work, I want to get the name of this person, but he was telling me to listen to this. And I'm listening to it. He was like, so what did he say? All I heard was, I couldn't make out but maybe 5 words, the whole thing. He was like, now, kids at my school say this is the hottest rapper, like better than such and such and such and such. I was like, this is crap.
Who was it, NBA Youngboy?
No, it was some other dude that I've never heard of. I know NBA Youngboy, which is one of my son loves him too. He likes his music. But this dude was literally, I'm going to text him because he can text me back from work, and I'm going to ask him this man's name because it was so bad. It was so bad. Like, it was just so awful. He was like, they wouldn't even get this, right here. So he just already know the words. We had it on repeat. We had Black Death on repeat, and then Sunshine, he said that he wants to play that for his girlfriend.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. So, but that song Black Death is really the full title of that song is Black Death, White Wealth.
Okay.
That's the title of it. It's a play on Dr. Anderson, Black Labor, White Wealth. Well, Black Death, White Wealth. And yeah, that's my son on the second verse.
I know. I told my son. He was like, and honestly, he told me that's what makes him like it more is the fact that your son is on it. Who's the female? Isn't there a female on it?
Yeah. That's my girl Aida. Ask the
Shout
alligator.
out to Aida. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I F's with her. I F's with her heavy. Yes, ma'am.
Hey yo. And RP didn't even tell me she was gonna be on that song, right? RP be doing shit like that. Like, we had got her for another song that we was working on a couple of months back, but I never finished it. So she sent us a verse for a whole nother song, and I never did nothing to it. I didn't write nothing to it, so we was putting that on the back burner. And so secretly, he sent her the track for the Black Death, White Wealth joint, and I didn't even know she was on it until like right before we was about to drop.
Shut up. Well, yeah. I love it. She brought just some extra oomph to it. I was like, I need to know her name. I want to know who is this? Who is this? That's actually my whole, that song itself. I love all of them. So let me just say, when you sent me the album, the intro, I was just like, I played the intro probably 3 times back to back, honestly, before I listened to the album because I was just heavy on the intro. Wow. I wasn't even ready for the rest. Second Son.
Shout out to Second Son.
Second Son. But I'm not lying, y'all. I probably played the intro 3 times. I just kept putting it on repeat because it was just I was up early, 4 o'clock in the morning, getting ready for work or whatever. I think even right after I played it the first time, I text RP. I text him. I was like, oh my God, it's the intro for me. And stuff like, the intro, I went 3 times and I was like, shit, let me listen to the rest of the album. damn. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that intro out from the intro, I already knew everything else was just gonna be amazing, and it is amazing. Shout out to all y'all, everybody that touched that album. Shout out to everybody. This needs to be in heavy rotation on every mainstream, underground. I don't know, grassroots. It needs to be everywhere, everywhere.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man, and that's another one too. Second Son. I didn't know RP was working with Second Son either. I knew before we dropped.
Too many secrets. He keeps too many secrets.
RP is like that. RP is like that. Well, on the last album, we got Sadat X from Brand Nubians. I didn't even know that until the last minute.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? But the Aida joint on Black Death, when I heard that, I hit her up. I cussed her out.
In a good way. I know it was a good love.
I said, God damn it, you ain't gonna be doing me like this on my own tracks now. She went in.
I was like, who the F is this chick? Like, I need to know who she is.
Yeah,
she spit major fire.
She definitely did.
Love it.
And I can't wait to bring her on because I think I'm gonna wait till we hit streaming platforms, but I'm gonna start the weekly series, The Masters Decoded. And I'm gonna be bringing all the people that's featured on there to break down their verse and all of that type of stuff like that. So
that's gonna be fire.
I can't wait to get her on, get my son on there, have them break their lyrics down and all that.
Can I ask you how your son felt once he heard the finished product, especially doing it with his father?
I don't know yet.
Major this is. You don't know yet?
I don't know yet. I'm picking him up from the airport on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, he ain't give me no feedback yet. And I ain't asked. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I'll wait. But I'm picking him up on Wednesday, and we're gonna chop it up. Of course, he's gonna give me his feedback. My son is a hard critic. He's a very hard critic. You know,
but that's okay.
No,
that's okay. Yeah.
Sure.
I love that because he's gonna be more critical on himself. You know, just so he can spit even harder. So heck yeah, be that.
I'm critical too, so I'm the same way. I'm the same, and he be mad because he be playing songs for me, and I'll be like, "Yeah, that was cool." He be like, "That's it." He be like, "That's it. That's all I get." But yeah, man. So yeah, man. You guys gotta if you haven't already checked out the Masters Table, y'all gotta make sure y'all go check that out, man. The digital downloads are available now. You can go to www.themastersrsvp.com and place your order. It's not a pre-order no more. It's available. Right. We working on the physicals. Shout out to Peter Ogun. He plugged me in with a brother that's actually down here in my area.
Ooh.
And there's a print shop that does the CD duplication, all that, not too far from me. So I'm going to pull up on them in the next couple of days and get the ball rolling with the CDs, because I know a lot of you guys just want to have the physical copies, just as memorabilia or whatever the case may be, and trying to include some other little tidbits in the package too for y'all, just for the weight, you know what I mean? So y'all stay tuned for that. www.themastersrsvp.com. Finally, we in the atmosphere, and If you waiting for it to hit streaming platforms, it's going to be available March 17th on all streaming platforms. You could pre-save it now. You click the link in my bio on Instagram, and you could pre-save the album, so when it drops, you'll get alerted to your favorite streaming platform, whether it's Spotify or Tidal or whatever. You'll get an alert saying when the album is live. And so before we do that, we're going to have a listening party right here on this channel. And so we're going to invite, all of the day one supporters, everybody who's featured on the album. Hopefully everybody has time to pull up, and we're going to have a little celebration. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Turn up.
A little virtual celebration with the family.
I'm excited. I'm excited for y'all. I'm excited for everybody that hasn't had a chance to listen to it, to hear it. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to my mom's Mama Love in the building.
Shout out, Mama.
Apple didn't fall too far from the tree, y'all. Proud as can be. Purple Heart Soldiers. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, shout out to my son Zaire, man. This dude, he keeps changing his name. I'm like, listen, I'm putting Zaire on the feature.
You know what I'm saying?
Every other month, you got a new rap name. I can't keep up.
Wait, just so you know, I have a great nephew named Zaire.
Oh yeah.
My great nephew name
How
is
old is he?
Zaire. Zaire is 2.
Oh, he's a baby.
He's
Okay.
a baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, he may be 3. Is Zaire 3 the other one? So let me just say this: he has 2 sons. My nephew has 2 sons, and they're literally a year apart. Like a year, like to the day, like a year apart. Maybe Zaire is 3, still a baby, but
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that name started to get more popular, I think around the mid to late 2000s. But yeah, man. What else? Of course, the book. Of course, our children's series book is coming along.
ooh,
Actually, we like at the tail end of dealing
yeah,
with the
illustration.
illustrator. That's about to be like complete, maybe by the end of this week, and
Yeah.
then it's just all about formatting it and getting the copies pressed up, and so we can start delivering y'all orders. So
I'm so
appreciate everybody
excited about
who's
that.
been supporting us so far with the children's book series 7 the Super Hey Rule. And so volume 1 will be coming very soon. And so you guys can place your orders at www.godcastbooks.com. That is the 7 the Super Hey Rule series, and volume 1 is called 7's Big Move. So we excited about that.
Be excited, and also make sure that you guys are following 7 at 7 the Super Hey Rule
Right.
On Instagram. The link to that the book is on there. Also, a little one or two of the pages that are in the book are completions of the illustration is on his page as well. If you guys want to check it out, you got Sincere looking like he bucking his eyes a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, definitely be saying that too. Every time he's getting a
every
picture,
time.
he be like, "You sure bucking your eyes, huh, Dad?" Bucking
he
those
says
eyes.
it.
Yes, he says that. Sure bucking those eyes, Dad.
Right. Yeah. But make sure y'all following 7 at 7 the Super Hey Rule, and of course following us. But definitely follow his page.
Yeah, let me put that in here, man.
Yeah. Because all the updates as far as the books, we're going to be posting it on our social medias, but you guys need to be following 7 because the book is inspired by 7.
Yes, indeed. But you can't tell him he's not no author.
Right. He is. Leave him alone. He's the author.
Let me get this up here. And so yeah, that's his page right there on Instagram. And it's the same thing on Facebook too. 7 the Super Hey Rule. So follow him on Instagram, follow him on Facebook. And yeah, man. That's our guy.
That's our guy. Oh Lord. So what we got going on? I mean, it's been, I think obviously y'all seen the flyer for the topic, and I think we don't have to go. Well, I guess it all started the same day, but it didn't start. It didn't start with them, if we can say that. Just the effemination,
the buck breaking.
It started with the Super Bowl.
It started with the Super Bowl. Okay, I didn't watch the Super Bowl. Oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it started with the guys in the Super Bowl. You know, they're going out, and getting fools and skirts. One had a Patti LaBelle church dress on. I mean, I don't understand what's going on.
The NFL is like a buck breaking plantation. The
and
NFL
not the
is like
NBA
a buck
too.
breaking. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They wearing purses over there. They be having purses on, skirts. What's his name? Russell Westbrook. He has the skirts on and stuff too. And, and I understand, fashion, right? And these people have stylists and stuff like that. But at some point, your stylist has to know what's okay and what's not okay, because at the end of the day, you are men.
Right.
Most of them are married men with children, with families, wives, etc. So that's where you were like, I understand it's fashion, but we ain't going there.
Right. And I think for a lot of the athletes that we see doing that, and rappers are younger, usually. You know what I'm saying? They're some of the younger ones. And so I think, that's like the field testing for the programming that they've been doing over the decades. You know what I'm saying? They've been programming it, and obviously playing with the food and all type of stuff that we ingest, you know what I'm saying, has been compromised. The medicine, you know what I mean, some of these injections, a lot of stuff that we deal with been dealing with over the decades have been compromised in that way. And so now we're at the point where You got some of these full-grown people who've been from the time they was born up till their adulthood now. They've been inundated with the propaganda through the media and the chemicalization through the food, through the weed, through the medicine, all of that. So it's like, okay, let's see how that works. You know what I mean? We've been working on them since they were children. Now that they've grown, let's see how that works. And so they do little tests, just simple tests. Like you said, they send a stylist at them. Hey, why don't you put this on? This is in right now. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the older heads, like somebody like me, I'm like, I ain't wearing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? I ain't putting that on. And then they got another outfit on deck just in case you say no.
Right.
Remember Dave Chappelle talked about that.
Dave Chappelle spoke about that, and also Corey Holcomb spoke about that before as well. And he was like, yo, you know, first of all, that's not my brand. You know, I can't do that. You're going to have to go on and get something else. And like you said, it's already something on deck, but let me just, you know, poke at him a little bit and see if he's going to fold for these biscuits.
And Debo spoke about that too.
Debo too.
A few people, you know what I'm saying, put that out there. Like, you know, there'd be some weird stuff going on in Hollywood, man, and in the music industry and all of that. And for a long time, I was kind of resistant to, you know, the stories about some of these rituals that the rappers be going through and all of that to come up and all that. A lot of time, I'm like, man, you know, I wasn't tripping on it like that. But now I'm looking like, man, maybe, man. Maybe this shit is really real.
Right.
Maybe this shit is really real. And, you know, I put up the post yesterday because we got the song on the Masters table called The Fort. And on the first verse of The Fort, you know what I'm saying, I was addressing Nas, who was my favorite MC. You know, and so I talked about him doing the record with Lil Nas X. And I talked about that before on here and on social media before, how I felt about that, but I put it in the song. And so I posted it with the image yesterday, and in the image it almost looks like they holding hands. You know what I'm saying? And the outfit that Lil Nas X got on, it's almost like a gown. You know what I'm saying? Like the way it flows out at the bottom, it's almost like a gown. It looks like they dancing, like holding hands. And weird. I know that was the images that the media was using. I didn't make that up. I didn't Photoshop it or do anything like that. That's the images that the media was putting out there, and they know what they're doing. That's intentional. You know what I'm saying? And so when I put it out there, a lot of people didn't even realize. They was like, wait, when did this happen? That was a couple of years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't that the Grammys too a couple of years ago? Yeah.
It was like a couple of Grammys ago. Nas got his first Grammy after doing that. He didn't get a Grammy that year. I think he got a Grammy the following year. But that was, I think, his first time performing on the Grammys was with Lil Nas X. His only time.
Think about that.
He might have did one after. I'm not sure. But Nas ain't been on the Grammys like that. Nas is a legendary hip hop artist. He's been a legend since his first album. You know what I'm saying? 30 years in the game. He ain't never get no recognition from the Grammys or any of these mainstream, not even like BT. You know what I'm saying? Even BT wasn't recognizing Nas like that. He wasn't getting a whole bunch of awards and performing at these ceremonies and stuff like that. But you know, once he did the record with Lil Nas X, it's like a lot of doors opened up.
You notice?
Right.
You notice?
Because
and my thing is they accept it though. You know what I'm saying? They accept it. And so once you accept a little bit, you know, once you accept the, you know, just the tip going in, you might as well go on and you know how listen, we all know the girls my age, you know what I'm saying? Let me just put the tip in. That's what they doing to these dudes. It's just the tip. We ain't going all the way. It's just the tip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But once you let the tip in, we already know what happens after that. You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm very disappointed. Disappointed.
Yeah, man. That's so, you know, it's stuff like that. And so I guess this past week or two, we've just been seeing like an onslaught. It's been like an onslaught. And so obviously the Vogue cover with ASAP Rocky and what's the girl's name? Rihanna. That joint went viral. Everybody talking about that one right there. And Nicety early,
that was one of the first.
She put it in the chat. Like, I didn't even know it was out. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it till you sent it to me. And Nicety was like, yo, am I tripping or do this not look right? And me, you know, I always want to see the best. I always want to settle on the best.
Y'all have no idea. He wants to see the best in all black people to the point where he will put his gargles on.
Right. Right. And I think also, even with this situation, I think it's also partly because just I haven't been programmed like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I just don't see that through that lens. And so when I saw the picture, when she sent it to me, I'm like, yeah, I see she looks a little bigger than him. That's weird. But I still see a black family. That was my response.
That's all he said. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said, I still see a black family, black man, woman, and child. We don't see that much. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the mainstream. You know what I mean? But when you really look at it, it's undeniable that the propaganda is there. That you see they trying to do the role reversal, and all this gender confusion and all of this stuff. And a lot of people have been talking about it, breaking it down and all of that stuff. But tell us what you saw when you first seen it, because you was early. You was early before it went viral.
First of all, and I have this thing where I don't always put stuff on my timeline. I'll just put it in our little back channel. And can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. I'll put stuff in my back channel. So before anyone actually, as soon as she posted it, I was like, let me see what's up with the family, because I feel some kind of way. You know, yes, they are a beautiful family. You know, I'm not going to deny that. But again, I see her bigger than him. I see him holding the baby. She's leading. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he was in more of a submissive position, and it just didn't feel right to me. I also think about, you know, the Holy Trinity, you know, man, woman, and child. And I've never seen our Holy Trinity look like this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just knew right away. I was like, they're trying to program some ish. Every time you even see them now in public, is him supporting her, which is not a big deal. Like, great. You're supposed to support her.
She's the biggest star. I
understand that, but he's still a man. You know, can he be the man and support her? Isn't there a look as to how, you know, a man can masculinely, you know, support his feminine, you know, black queen?
Yes,
without
absolutely.
looking like a little biatch?
Absolutely, because Beyonce is a bigger star than Jay-Z, and we haven't really seen too many images of them where the roles are reversed like that. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z always looks like the man. You know what I'm saying?
And I respect that.
Right. So absolutely, this is intentional. They know what they was doing, and I don't really blame the artists themselves. A lot of times, I look at the people behind it, the real culprits behind it, who are the social engineers behind it. Because a lot of times, you know, artists, they're not even thinking about that like that. They ain't even on point like that. Nobody never even put them on to the power of the media and some of these images, like some of the clothes that they put these people on in at some of these red carpet shows and all of that. They be having all type of symbols and signs that they putting out there that the artists don't even know what the hell they got on. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think that they know? How is it that we know? This is some things, you know, as far as those pedo images, right? These are some of the things that came out from the FBI. I just cannot believe that these people are so far under some rock that they do not know the stuff, all that stuff with Balenciaga. You know, those were things that were on their social media page that, you know, had children in sexual positions and things. And these people wear those brands. I just don't believe that they don't know.
Yeah, I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying, I'm talking about like sometimes you see these people on the red carpets and they'll have like certain ancient symbols embedded in the clothing itself. You know what I'm saying? And I know they ain't studied nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of them did. Maybe some of them it might. You know what I'm saying? They might be involved with some of this shit. I don't know. But to me, I would think that
images,
average artist, I'm just saying on average, a lot of these artists, they don't know what the hell is going on for real. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of what these artists do know, these black artists, you know, these men, you know, who are showing up in skirts and heels and hoe heels and fishnets. I'm sorry. When the artists or the, you know, photo people, whatever, coming in with these clothes, at some point you got to be like, well, I'm not going to wear that. Those are women's shoes. That's not the image that I'm looking to, you know, put out there. That's not my brand. You know, I'm trying to brand myself as whoop-de-whoop, not this. Like, these dudes is wearing hoe heels and fishnets now.
Right. How come we don't got that Rihanna image in here? I'm looking inside the chat.
It's in there. It's
we
in
got
there.
we got the other ones, but not that one.
At the start, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom.
Oh, because you got it side by side with this one. Okay.
I got it side by side, but
okay. Well, yeah, let me put that up. Just in case anybody watching is under a rock and haven't seen this.
Right.
It's been everywhere, but just in case y'all don't know what the hell we talking about. The image on my right, it might be y'all left, but on my right,
it's all right.
That's the Vogue cover with ASAP Rocky, his baby mama, and his little baby. And so, yeah, man, when you really look at it, people ain't reaching.
I don't feel strength in him. I feel like he's being submissive. I don't see a strong Black head of his household and family. I don't see provider and protector. I see that in her and not him in this photo.
And it's a photoshopped photo. Like, this wasn't the picture that was taken, right? Like, these are separate images that they put together and they made her look bigger and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a picture that they took like that. They made this image like this. And so these companies, they specialize in this. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? They have whole teams of psychologists on staff where they run these stuff through all different type of media tests and all of that stuff, and what do you call it, like surveys and stuff, to figure out, you know, how these images work on the human psyche.
On, you know, our psyche, though, because they're not putting images like that of white men with their families. Right,
but the images of us still does something to the white psyche too, right? You know what I'm saying? When they see Black men and these broken images, what does that do for them?
That shows them that shows them weakness.
That we're conquered.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, not a good look.
Right, and so, you know, she got it side by side with the image on the left or on the other side. I don't know if it's opposite on your side.
It's left.
On the other side of, you know, what it should look like.
Right, you know, that's in Senegal.
When the man is in the lead, you know what I'm saying, still holding down his woman, still a father, because I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, y'all saying a man being a father to his own child is effeminate, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not what people are saying, dude. That looks funny right there.
That looks very funny.
That looks funny right there, but that don't look right. ASAP look weak as hell.
Small, like you said, and again, we know that they enlarged her photo, but the intent was to make him look small.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's the lady king.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying.
Right. And so, yeah, man, we don't want to see these images of no more, man. We got to take control of our narrative. And damn, I didn't mean to do that. We got to take control of our narrative and get control of our images, because this stuff is not just trivial. This stuff is important. You know what I mean? Media is warfare. When we say we at war and we say the war is on all fronts are just as significant, you know what I'm saying, as the other one. You know what I'm saying? Right. The media is just important as, you know, the medical or sex relationships or, you know, actual war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's guns and bombs bursting in the air and all of that. Nothing really trumps the other one.
And also, let's be clear, this dude was wearing skirts before he and Rihanna began their relationship. He's always been kind of funny style to me. I'm not going to lie. I can't name one song he's had. Not to say, you know, he's not a great artist. I just don't know. But when I saw him, you know, in the past, he's always had this funny style of dress, painting his fingernails. You know, he's always been on that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a metrosexual. And that's the thing. That's the thing, right? When we talk about some of these dudes who are, you know, buck broken or whatever the case may be, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gay. That's not always the point.
I don't know. I'm gonna say that when you doing stuff like this, if you go this far as putting on whole heels, skirts, fingernail polish, and things like that, you know, duck lips, like the next image we're gonna get to a little later. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you would do sexually.
Right. I mean, I feel you. I feel you.
And a lot of them don't consider themselves gay. A lot of them consider themselves trisexual. I'm trying it. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Tank, just because a man gives another man oral sex or something like that, that doesn't make him gay. That just means he's trying things. So you have all these, tricky BS things they try to use, deceptive ways that they try not to claim gayness.
Well,
yes, you are, bro.
What it means.
They're trying to redefine it. And we know what it is. And honestly, it's not for us. They're not trying to trick us because we know exactly what it is. This is for the impressionable children that's coming up. Because one thing that they want to promote to us is non-productive sexual relationships. Because if they promote non-reproductive relationships, if two women are together and two men are together, we're not building strong Black families. So it's not really for us. They're doing this stuff on social media and things like that because it's for the children. They don't care about us no more. This is for them.
Right, but let me respond to that because I want to compartmentalize some of the things that you're saying because I like to keep the focus where it needs to be at in its appropriate places, right? So when you talk about the people like Tank and Malik Yoba and all of these people trying to redefine these terms and what it means to be gay, and just because you're attracted to a trans don't mean you gay, or just because you might have gay fellatio one time don't mean you're gay. All of this other stuff, it's gay, right? But when these guys are doing it, they're not the actual what do you call it? Like the social engineers who are trying to program the next generation and all that. Only thing that they trying to do is justify their own behavior. They're just trying to justify their own, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to still keep the same image as a masculine man and not be known as a gay person, but still engage in that activity. They're just trying to justify what they're doing, right? But when it comes to the actual targeting and the programming for the next generation, that's being done on a higher level. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
These people are scientific with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna ever take the focus off white supremacy.
Right.
Ever.
Right. So those are two different things, but they work in tandem with each other because they utilize people like that as the puppets, you know what I'm saying, to project those messages. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, Tank is cool with it. Why not you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And he's married. He's married. He's handsome. He's a sex symbol. His music, which is R&B, is love songs between man and woman. But hey, if I just happen to get fellatio from a man, I'm still a married man. Yeah, that don't make you gay. That's just, you trying things out. You stepping up.
Right. And you remember they tried Genuine when he was on one of those reality shows. And he was trying to be cool about, you know what I'm saying, interacting with the transgender that they had on there, whatever the case may be. And then the transgender just kept getting closer and closer to where he tried to kiss the man. Mm-hmm. He tried to kiss the man. And even then, Genuine kept it cool, just like, yo, chill with all that. Like, we ain't going that far. Right. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't spaz out on the dude. And still, they try to make it seem like Genuine did something wrong. You know what I'm saying?
They made him homophobic. He was transphobic and stuff like that. And let's be very, very clear. If that were him pushing himself up like that on a biological woman, and she was saying no, and he kept pressing and trying and pressing and pressing, what would be the difference in the story? He assaulted her, he's a rapist, all kinds of things. And the same thing applies when it's the other way around. No man should be sexually assaulted by a trans person. Right. It's not okay. No means no, right?
Right. And we're seeing stuff in these schools now where I seen a story where there was a kid that got suspended because he said there's only two genders. Mm-hmm. And it was a white kid too. They kicked the white kid out of school just for saying there was only two genders. I forgot what state that was in, but I think Raheem Shabazz had it posted on his page. Shout out to Raheem Shabazz.
These liberals are crazy, and I'm not going to say. I mean, Republicans. You know what I'm saying? They be on they ish. You know, they're racist as hell, just like the Democrats. But one thing they are not pushing is this degenerate stuff. And, you know, telling our children now, you know, there's, well, you can pick your gender and all, just a bunch of sexual confusion, which I don't think should be in the school anyway. And the difference, though, and now and then, or when we were growing up, is you put a video up before with what's his name, the bookman, the white dude with the sweater.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers.
You know, Mr. Rogers, yes, and he was talking about there's only two genders. Look at the difference in what we grew up with versus now.
Right.
All that went out the window. All the things that we have been taught, our parents have been taught all these years. Now, here comes this new social engineering, which our great ancestor, mother, teacher, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson was talking about this literally in the late 60s, early 70s.
Right. Been giving us the game.
Wow.
So let me ask you and to the family in the chat, when y'all see this image and images like this, do you think old boy is gay, or in his mind he's trying to be progressive? Like what y'all think?
I see moisture. I can only speak for me. That is not someone that I would see in a room dressed like that. Like, you know, I want to, you know, give him back my eyes at him. And
that's another question I was going to ask too, for the ladies. Like, would you date this dude? Like, if this dude try to holler at you, you know, you giving this dude some burn or what?
No, because I think we want the same thing.
I need some feedback from the chat as well, man. What y'all think when y'all see images like this?
And I'm trying to think, are those hoe boots?
Carlton said he was kissing a man in his last film. What film was that? I don't be seeing a lot of this stuff. A lot of stuff I don't see it on purpose.
Y'all know this. When I take photos, for the most part, I always, because my favorite feature of on myself, to be honest, is my lips, right? I used to hate my lips though growing up. I had to grow into loving my lips because when I was a child, or, you know, junior high, high school, I was teased a lot about having big lips. So I was always conscious about my lips. I had to grow to love it, right? So when you see me posing a lot of times on most of my photos, you'll see me, my lips are always, that's what this dude is doing.
Yeah, he got his lips.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, buddy?
Because they told him to. They told him to.
I can't.
The way his legs is crossed. And some didn't cross their legs, but when you just put the whole image together, the way his legs is crossed,
dainty,
whole boots on, he got his cleavage out.
He's dainty. He's doing the duck lips, his shoulder. It just doesn't give to me strong and masculine and, you know, fearless. It just gives me dainty. I have a Bucci cat. Yeah, I lay on my stomach when I read. That's what it's giving.
When We Rise was the name of the movie where I guess he kissed another man.
See, well, there you go.
Chicago PD says, by the way, plot twist, he's portraying the main villain in the MCU, Marvel Comic Universe. I used to keep up with those, but I don't even keep up with those anymore. I really don't be watching nothing that comes out hardly, man. Like,
honestly, I don't think since the pandemic, I probably haven't been to the movies in almost 3 years.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I think the first Black Panther was the last time I've been to the movies.
Yeah.
I went to go see that. I don't remember going to the movies for nothing else after that. But even just catching it once it goes to streaming, a lot of times I'll be uninterested in a lot of stuff. I don't want to, you know, I already know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to see it. But yeah, man. So I don't know, man. When I see stuff like this, I don't know if dude is gay or not, man. I wouldn't think he was a gay person. You know what I'm saying? You never know, but I wouldn't think he was gay. I wouldn't think he was a gay man. I just think that some of these guys just think that they're being progressive. You know what I mean? They have been brainwashed with this left-wing propaganda, and they think this is the wave. You know, and some of it too is also, some of it too is like when Kanye was coming out with the skirt on and all that, and like some of the stuff what ASAP is doing and all that. I think some of that is ego also. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I could do whatever I want. I'm that nigga. I got money. You can't tell me nothing. I don't care what y'all think. Type shit. I think it's some of that too.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't realize how that's being weaponized though.
Well, they need to start realizing it. They need to tap in with the grassroots real quick, because it's just a no. It's just not okay. It's ugly. And in Hollywood, I just think that, with the women of Hollywood, the men of Hollywood, it seems like anything goes, especially sexually. They're all just tossing each other around. I don't know if you saw that image of Madonna and some female black artist. I don't know who she is, but they were licking each other's tongues. This was right after, like backstage somewhere after the Grammys. Well, what was that, last week, 2 weeks ago?
Who was
And
it?
it's just some females on I want to say it's on Madonna's timeline.
Oh, Madonna.
They're licking,
Oh,
they're licking each other's tongue. This is a black female.
Yeah, Madonna. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's Lakeith Stanfield, and he's a dope actor, man. I think this guy's a talented artist. But yeah, he does a lot of this weird stuff, like you see right here in the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Whole boots on.
Now, what do you think the difference is between some of this stuff that we're seeing now and like what Prince was doing? Because we wasn't feeling no type of way about Prince when Prince was on his androgynous type of shit.
Prince is Prince. And it's crazy because I am very biased when it comes to Prince. There's nothing about Prince to me that screams gay, bisexual, anything. Prince could get it any day, any night. Like I have never.
Wow, Prince could get it.
Prince could get it, and I just, just his listening to his songs and stuff like that. Like
when I was a kid, I thought Prince was gay.
And I didn't. Never have.
When I was a kid, when you're a kid, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different, but yeah, I don't think Prince was gay now, but when I was a kid, I thought Prince was gay. I didn't care, but I thought he was gay. I thought Michael Jackson was gay too.
Did you?
Yeah.
I just thought he was different. I just thought he was different. And again, I love them so much as artists, to be honest. I don't know if I have a bias. I may have some type of bias, to be honest.
Well, look, here's the thing. You could love a gay artist. Frank Ocean is one of my favorites. Frank Ocean is one of my favorite artists.
Let me tell you, I didn't know about him or hear about him and really get to know him until it came out that he was bisexual. And it was like through social media, but I didn't know him as an artist. Like the most I heard from him, publicly is when he came out that he was bi. That was it. And then it kind of went back to quiet again.
Yeah, he's very reclusive, like type of dude. He's not like, he could be a way bigger star if he wanted to be, but he's like a mysterious type of dude. Like he comes out when he wants to. I really like Frank Ocean though, like a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really see him going along with the whole agenda. Like he is who he is. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? He'll express it the way he feels the need to express it. But I don't feel like he allows them to use him to push their agenda. He does things on his own terms.
Here it is. I found it. Okay. I found it. I gotta
in his last days, Prince was ashamed of the stuff that he did. Why you say that, PD Chicago? He said Prince was in his last days, he was ashamed of some of the stuff that he did. Why you say that? Was there an interview or something where he said that? Because I didn't see that.
There's some stuff that's on like YouTube and stuff like that where he did speak about the Illuminati and he was a part of that. And once he got into it, immediately he wanted out.
He said that by name, Illuminati?
He did.
Oh, I need to see that.
Yeah, it's all over YouTube. Yeah, you can definitely see it on YouTube. He spoke specifically about the Illuminati.
But yeah, this is an older image of ASAP Rocky. I think this is even before he got with Rihanna. So yeah, he already been on this type of stuff, like you were saying. He came out on his I guess metrosexual type stuff. I guess this is in the name of being fly. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be pretty boy Flacco. He's heavy into the high fashion world and all that. And this is supposed to be in the name of high fashion. And so I just don't get it. Like, no.
You know who else wore that?
We're not wearing that.
You know, R. Kelly wore a skirt before too.
R. Kelly?
R. Kelly wore a skirt before. You can Google R. I think it was maybe a BET Awards.
Like
it was
this?
one. Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me find it for you.
Actually, I do. Actually, I do remember that. Actually, yeah. R. Kelly did do that.
He was in a skirt too. You know, have we seen Michael Jackson in a skirt?
No.
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 Nope.
And Michael Jackson snapped on Madonna notoriously for trying to get her to go with she wanted him to go with her to like a drag queen show or something like that. She kept pressing the issue, and Michael Jackson snapped on her for that.
Yeah,
so,
up, bitch.
I don't think Mike was really with that life, but when I was a kid, I thought he was a gay man.
And honestly, he probably was looking at it like somebody who sent you. Why are you trying to get images of me, you know, in this, you know, club scene or whatever? So then it's all over the tabloids. It's all over everywhere. So someone could have sent her to try to pull him into that situation so they can, you know, talk about him. Or so she can put out later on when something happens to him. Oh, it was the time Michael confided in me that he liked, you know, lady boys. Nah, he saw through it. I think Michael saw through it.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Chicago, when he became Jehovah Witness and all of that, he did kind of want to taper some of this, but he was just talking about just like the sexuality in general, because a lot of his stuff was very sexual, not necessarily gay, but it was just very overtly sexual and you know, just kind of out there. And so as a Jehovah Witness, then yeah, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna want to clean that up a little bit. You're gonna want to clean that up a little bit. But I don't think it was like he looked back and was like, damn, was I portraying myself like a gay man? I don't think he had like those type of thoughts or regrets. It was just, you know, just the image and the messaging in general that, you know, he kind of grew out of in a certain way.
And I also don't feel like Prince's image was socially engineered. I believe that he created that.
Right. That's a fact.
He was in control of that.
That's a fact. Now we can say the same thing about ASAP Rocky. We can say the same thing about ASAP Rocky because he came in the door like that. And like you said, ASAP Rocky, if it wasn't for Rihanna, you probably wouldn't even really know who he is, right?
At this point.
Because
until Trump got him out of jail. I heard
that whole situation. Yeah,
that situation.
Right. But really, the ASAP family, you know, they have like a cult following. They have a niche audience. You know what I'm saying? They're not really mainstream like that. Very successful, you know what I'm saying? But they have their audience, you know what I'm saying, that rocks with them. And so he's not really a mainstream artist like that. He's more known as like a fashionista than an artist. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that's an image that he chose. I believe that's an image that he chose, as opposed to when you see something like with this dude that we just showed. What's that actor's name?
Lakeith. I don't know his last name though.
Him and the other one, the first one with the lips poked out and all that.
Something Johnson.
Like those guys, I don't think they're in control of their own image like that. I believe they're being, you know, compromised.
I gotta find this other image for you. These are some rappers. Hold on. These are some rappers recently.
ASAP Rock. Okay, y'all know what you're talking about. Jonathan Majors. Yeah, that's his name. Jonathan Majors. Yeah.
I don't know who he is, y'all. I don't even know what he plays in. I don't know.
I haven't seen the show, but he was in a popular show about slavery or runaway slaves or something. I remember everybody was talking about it, and I would see like the advertisements and stuff for it, but I never watched it. I forgot the name of the show, but supposedly he's a good actor.
It's usually the very talented ones that, you know, everyone is looking at that comes out with this crap. Start doing this crap for more attention. And maybe it's because they feel like they have to play up to their, you know, gay, trans, you know, following. to show that, I'm not homophobic or something like that. But I don't feel like you not being yourself and knowing who you are as a man, a black man, makes you homophobic. I just don't wear dresses. I just don't wear hoe boots. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be something that's disrespectful to that community.
Right. Right. Oh, this is what you was talking about. This
is it right
disgusting.
here.
This is kind of disgusting. If you have any children, you might want them to look away right now. But
yeah, it wasn't that horrible.
Lord Jesus. Okay. All right. That looks disgusting.
Yeah.
Madonna is like 100 years old, man.
Mm-hmm.
The hell?
And she's still trying to stay relevant, I think. And,
but isn't one of those African countries like got a warrant out for her or something like that?
I know that
investigation or something.
She's under some type of investigation. I want to say for child trafficking, sex trafficking of those children. Two, I believe, of the 3 adopted children. So allegedly, she was supposed to just take them temporarily, to get for school, better education here in America. The parents are not deceased or anything.
Yep. And every time you see these little black boys around these people, they always running around in dresses and stuff. Mm-hmm. Always running around in dresses and stuff. But yeah, Lovecraft Country was the name of the show that Jonathan Majors was in. And yeah, he was in The Harder They Fall. I did see that, The Harder They Fall on Netflix, the black cowboy movie with Regina King and
oh yeah.
And Lakeith in that one too.
Yes.
Lakeith is in that one too. That's a good movie, actually. I like that, John. What's my man name?
Oh, now I remember him.
Samuel. I forgot my dude's name that made the movie. But he's Jay Electronica's dude. Yeah, that was a good one.
Now, can we put up this next image? I believe this is from New York Fashion Week. This is New York Fashion Week. I believe it's still going on now.
Is that Nas X?
That's Lil Nas X and Pusha T.
Pusha T.
Yes.
Oh Jesus, Pusha T.
Now look at this. Now the 2 black ones, males.
They got on each other's sock. They traded one sock.
Right.
They traded one sock with each other. What the hell is going on?
Pusha
T.
Pusha T, a married man, a black foundational black American.
A hood nigga from Virginia.
Right.
Pusha T. Is this what it takes to stay relevant? And he had to throw Ye under the bus, man.
I was just gonna say it.
He was just nominated for the Grammy. Ye produced half of the album. I wanted to see him win because I wanted to see if he was going to thank Ye or not.
Well, right now Ye is in hot water and stuff, and as you can see, Adidas is trying to figure out a way to get him back.
I don't know if that's true. I've been seeing that on social media, but I've been looking it up, and I haven't found anything to substantiate that. I think that's a social media rumor. But they are Adidas is definitely
in trouble
financially, and they know that they took a big L by separating themselves from Ye, and so they are losing. But I don't think that they've said anything publicly about trying to bring Ye back into the fold. I think that's just somebody put out on social media.
And it's crazy too, though, because Beyonce has a deal with them too, and hers is shitty. They're not going to make back what they've invested in her.
Yeah, and nobody the Ivy Parks or whatever they was.
Honestly, I'm just going to keep it a buck. Even when they had House of Darion, I didn't like it. I don't look at Beyonce, for like urban fashion market. When I think of Beyonce, I think glam. If Beyonce came out with a makeup line or something like that Rihanna did, a hairline, gowns or something like that. Yes, you would heavily. Beyonce would have heavily got the support. This is just not Beyonce. When we see her, we don't see her in tennis shoes. We don't see her in sporty wear. You know what I'm saying? She should have went glam. She should have went to a glam direction. This just doesn't fit her brand to me.
I feel you on that. And there's also a difference between what Ye does too, because he's not just a celebrity endorsing a brand. Ye is a creative. He's a creative genius. You know what I'm saying? He's a design. Well, I know he said he doesn't use the word design because he's not technically a designer, but he's a visionary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's coming up with these new silhouettes and palettes and
patterns,
colorways and patinas, and he's redesigning what fashion looks like, and all of these major brands are following him. He changed how people dress. You know what I'm saying? So Ye is different. Like when Ye is making these designs, he's going into the science and the psychology the same way that some of the these so-called higher ups do. You know what I'm saying? When they go into these different tribes in Africa and they steal the patterns that they wear, that these different tribal groups wear, and they use that for their logos and their patterns for Louis Vuitton and Fendi and all of these other brands. They know what they're doing. They know that there's power behind the geometric patterns and the shapes. There's a science behind it in your mind.
All that.
You know what I'm saying? And so Ye is into that type of shit. Like he designs architecture and buildings and all type of stuff. So he's not just putting his name on something and saying, I'm Kanye West, so y'all should buy this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People are wearing Yeezys that don't give a damn about Kanye West.
And they're one of the most comfortable pair. Yeezys are comfortable AF. I'm just going to say it. They are the most comfortable tennis shoes out there. They are the one they're fly, but they're just comfortable. Like it's
I never had a pair.
His Yeezy slides is like walking on clouds. Like amazing.
Yep, break that down, Carlton Way. What's the golden ratio? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
And also, these people are also looking at social media. They're looking at, what Black people find fly. Because even the brokest Black person, we can put some, even if it's a cheap brand from, Forever 21 or something like that, they'll look at stuff like that and be like, oh, this is what these people like. So we can design something, similar to that and put our name on it. And then they're going to want ours because we're a luxury brand.
Right. And that's the reason why I don't understand these street dudes who get into Hollywood or get into the fashion world and allow these weirdos to tell them what's fly. When like we're always the ones that set the standard for what's fly. Like certain stuff that we do naturally, I don't know if it just comes from ancestral memory or whatever, but we don't think much of it. We just, wear stuff the way that we wear it, and it becomes a trend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up in New York, you know what I'm saying? We took a work boot and turned that into high fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like a Timberland boot wasn't made to be fashionable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's cold out there. Shit. Timberlands was because wasn't it like
Timberlands don't keep you warm though, by the way. They don't keep you warm at all.
So what was it for then? Because I always wondered that about New York.
We made it into fashion. We made it into a fashion. Like, oh, we're gonna flip these and we're gonna make it hard. I'm gonna put these constructs with these army fatigues. It was stuff that nothing that we was wearing. The Carhartts, these was workmen's clothes and what do you call it? Military gear that we just turned into fashion. You know what I'm saying? One, because it was affordable. We go to the Army Navy store and find some shit that wasn't hella expensive and just put it together and make it fly. And so I remember, was it Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger? One of them. I forgot which one it was. Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger. They talked about how he lived in Brooklyn, but he had an office in Manhattan. And so on his way back and forth to work, he would drive through Harlem and just look at how we wore our clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he made his designs. You know what I'm saying? That's how he determined where he was going to put the logos, the silhouette, everything about it was designed after what dudes in Harlem was doing on the streets.
That's pre-social media.
Yes.
So again, they're still watching us.
Right.
At the same time, they're watching Black people. We make everything fly.
All right. The golden ratio. Let me see. Golden ratio of 1:1. Let me put this up here on the screen so y'all can see it. Is found in the proportions of the Egyptian pyramids, the Nautilus shell, the beautiful faces, and the ideal body. I gotta look that up. Is that was Kevin Samuels was talking about something like that? That sounded like something Kevin Samuels was talking about in one of his broadcasts.
Yes,
he was talking about the beauty standards or something like that. Our eyes are attracted to objects with this ratio and find them visually appealing. Yeah. See, I don't know the exact science. I just know it's something in that realm about some of these shapes and patterns that just naturally have power to it. You know what I'm saying? It naturally resonates in the different parts of the mind to make people attracted to it. The killer is the white man from the Timberland. All said we didn't make them for black folks. I don't know if that's true.
Tommy Hilfiger, he did say that.
Yeah, I don't know
he
if that.
He said that
I've
his
always
clothes were
heard
not
that
designed
stuff.
for black folk. He said
I think those are urban legends. I think those are urban legends because people have been saying that for years about Tommy, about Timberland, about I think Ralph Lauren. Like
I never heard it from Timberland. I never heard it about Timberland.
They said the trees supposed to symbolize us being hanged. Those are trees they used to hang us off and all of that stuff. And everybody always say, yeah, he said it on Oprah. But nobody can ever pull up the episode of Oprah where they said it at. Now, I'm not saying that they are friends and that they did design it for black people specifically, but I don't think none of them actually came out with some of those statements. I think those are urban legends.
And I think, well, it could be because obviously, remember, Aaliyah was one of his models for his brand as well as Monica.
Yeah, and was it in Tyson Beckford and lots of people. Snoop. I think Snoop first wore it at the Source Awards and became a brand ambassador for them. But that don't mean anything, you know. That don't mean they ain't anti-black. But I'm just saying, I don't think they actually. I've never found where they made those statements.
Listen, they're anti-black. They're just not anti-black $.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
Right. But by the way, man, everything I got on today is black owned except for my jeans. So shout out to the admin athletics brand. This the cap right here, the admin athletics brand. They on Instagram at admin athletics. Y'all go check them out. These my real glasses, my new seeing glasses, man. But they Sean John. Sean John is a black owned brand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mine ain't even name, Brian.
They Sean John. My hoodie. This is I do clothing. This is my brother Sam Adu. This is his brand, Adu clothing brand. And one thing that's interesting about his brand too, this logo right here, because he's from Ghana. His family is from Ghana anyway. But it's supposed to symbolize this hand right here with the kente cloth. It's like the hand from the continent reaching out to the FBA family, you know. This is the FBA hand, and this is the Continental fam. So, supposed to be connecting those dots right there. So, shout out to the Adu brand.
Shout out Adu.
And shout out to the Nagash family. My brother out there in Detroit with the Nagash footwear.
This is hard.
Boom. Yeah, I see those. And if y'all go to Nagash website, y'all can use my promo code. I think it's just Sincere Love the God. You get a little 10% discount if y'all shop with them. Use promo code Sincere Love the God. I think that's what it is. I might have my promo code is on this page. If y'all look at the shorts on this page, I got a little short promoting the Nagash brand, and it has the promo code in there, so y'all can check that out.
Follow. So speaking of fashion, also, so Louis Vuitton has now made Pharrell Williams their creative director.
Yeah, he took Virgil's job, Virgil Abloh's spot. I saw Dapper Dan congratulating him for that.
Again, these luxury brands sure come pull, you know, these black folk, you know, hip hop artists, etc., you know, to keep their brands hot.
Yeah,
they can't survive without us.
It's us, man. We make it all hot, man. And the thing about that is we need to realize that. Like our artists, our entertainers and stuff, like they need to realize their own power and, you know, tap back in with the family, man. Stop making all these other people so damn rich. They don't need no more money. But let me show some images that we actually want to see of black families. Right? We don't put up a lot of degenerate images on this broadcast right here. Let's take it back to the origin real quick, man.
Right.
Let's take it back to the origin. See, these are the type
this
of,
is us.
you know, this is the nature. This is the nature of who we are.
Right.
Man,
right
woman,
there.
and child. You know what I mean?
Side by side. You know
what I mean?
If I fall, if I lean and fall, he gonna catch me, and likewise. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You the Holy Trinity. They got you looking in the sky. It's a mountain of lies. All right. Let some of these images marinate real quick, man, so we could balance the energy out on this broadcast.
Yeah. People need to see.
I mean, boom.
Do you remember the time?
Boom.
You know, Michael Jackson, the beginning of the video, Remember the Time. Remember, it's Eddie Murphy, Iman.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That was a black family. I don't remember a baby being there, but still, it was a husband and a wife. A black husband and a wife. So, do you remember the time?
Yep. Yeah, man. So this is what we need to see. This is what our babies need to see. You know what I'm saying? Not just on TV either, but in real life. You know, we got to create these images in real life by, you know, creating black families and keeping the unit together
and promoting it. You know what I'm saying? And promote it. So I have.
Yo, speaking of that, this is a good segue. But go ahead. What you about to say?
So it's talking to my son's girlfriend's mother. You know, she was saying, you know, my son's girlfriend is a twin. She has a twin brother, and so she's like, you know, he's really shy. He's kind of an introvert, and he hasn't asked anyone, you know, to the prom yet or whatever. And so she was like, you know, I think he kind of likes Hispanic girls or whatever. I was like, well, my son is only allowed to date black girls. I just told her flat out, like, there was just no other coming home. Like, I just have always promoted that. I was like, so, I mean, are you sure? She was like, honestly, I don't know. I think he likes black girls, but I think he likes Hispanic girls. I was like, oh, well, you know, I just ain't allowed.
When y'all say Hispanic, y'all mean Mexican, right?
Yeah, because that's all out here. Out here, yeah, there's no other. I mean, you have a few Puerto Ricans, but they're like sporadic, very, very sporadic. Here, you're going to have either Mexicans or El Salvadorians, which is crazy because looking at them, you can't tell the difference. Obviously, they speak the same Spanish or whatever, but if you call a Mexican an El Salvadorian or El Salvadorian a Mexican, they get offended.
They get offended, yeah.
Majorly.
They get offended, yeah. Yeah, I always thought that was funny about like Jamaicans and Haitians and Trinidadians. If you mix them up, they get upset too.
Yeah, it's like all y'all eat oxtail. Like, what is it? I don't get it. I do not get it. It's funny when I went to Trinidad, what I learned from being in Trinidad, what a Trinidadian is basically a black person and an Indian with the dot mixed.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Most of them. You got them all over the West Indies too. That's why the Caribbean got that name, West Indian. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because the British colonized different parts of India, East India, and they sent some of the captives over there to the Caribbean.
Listen, we was out. I don't remember. We had to go to the bank. And again, when I went out there, my friend is from there. So when we went, we didn't have to get a hotel. We stayed with her family, specifically her dad's house. But we went to a couple of the aunts and stayed in different parts of the island and stuff like that. Nonetheless, we're out and about one day, and we're with her dad. And so we went to the bank. We sat in the car and waited for him to come out. And when you're going out, you know, you have to go through the security thing where they let the thing up. You know what I'm saying? And so he was doing something. And he was like not letting it up fast enough. And her dad looked at him. He said, it was like the equivalent of saying nigga. He was like, Indian, open the, you know how they talk, you know, with their accent. They're talking English, but it was like, I don't know. It's not patois in Trinidad. So I don't know what they call their, you know, slang or whatever. But he was like yelling at him, Indian. And I'm sitting here like, that is a black Trinidadian. Like, it was just weird to me. Little things that I noticed. out there. Like there, he was going off on him because I guess he looked more that deeper copper Indian color, but this was clearly a black kinky head man, you know.
Like
But
Super
he
Cat.
started, yeah, he just started screaming at him, calling him an Indian.
Yeah.
I was like, and we called her father Papa Smurf. I was like, Papa, because he's kind of short. I was like, isn't that kind of rude? Isn't that equivalent to saying nigga? The way you was, I could barely understand what the hell he was saying.
Not always. This ain't always true, Carlton. You can't always tell. Sometimes you can tell, but you can't always tell.
Nah.
You think you can?
It's just some of them, some, you know, first of all, I have a big forehead, right? We all know that because some of these, you know, non-FBA heads, but I don't feel like my forehead looks non-FBA though. You know what I'm saying? I have a big forehead, but it's definitely not a non-FBA forehead. Let's be for real.
Nah, you can't always tell though. You can't always tell though, man. My wife is Jamaican. Y'all see my wife, you wouldn't know she was Jamaican by this.
I can't tell. And then her name is similar to mine, y'all. Not that I didn't know what Jamaican names were, to be honest, but I don't know.
They actually, Jamaicans are similar to a lot of like Southern black people in a lot of different
gotta
ways.
be.
Like some of their names and stuff like that. Like it's similar for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. You can't tell. You cannot tell.
Says usually easier to tell the men apart.
Yes.
It's usually maybe by their style or something. I don't know, man. It's not.
But I think that's what it is to me. To be honest, it's going to be the haircut. It's the hairlines. They don't.
But what about the ones that grew up here though? They grew up around us. You can't tell the difference. You can't tell.
You can still tell because it's first of all they wear sandals. They're gonna have some sandals. Most FBA dudes don't like nothing.
I said the ones that grew up here. I said the ones that grew up here.
The ones that grew up here still culturally, because that's their culture.
They wear no damn sandals.
They wear no damn Jesus sandals. They wear those Jesus sandals.
Not in New York. Not in New York. I ain't gonna do my Caribbeans like that in New York. Nah.
They wear them Jesus sandals.
They dress like us. They look like us.
Listen, my Trinidadian friend, she has kids now. Her oldest is probably 10 though now, but you know, little kids. Nonetheless, them kids, she be sending me pictures. I be like, stop putting him on them Jesus sandals with socks. Like, yeah, it's like she's dressing him already like that. Like, and they're born here.
We be killing niggas with the sandals over here when they be coming in the barbershop. Oh man, they hate us. Especially my nigga Tone. Shout out to my nigga Tone, Pastor Tone.
And
the blues.
And you know what else? A little ash. They can be a little ashy. We are a little more conscious about being ashy, even foundational Black American men. You know what I'm saying? Unless he, you know, has worked on a car, you know, been doing some work where his hands are going to be a little rusty. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? He gonna, you know, grease up his elbows and arms and stuff. Ash is another indicator. Ash.
All right, but look. The dude that I was on the live with last week, Omawale. Looking at him, I would think he's non-FBA.
I think he is. I don't care what he say.
He look non-FBA to me.
I'm convinced that he's non-FBA and he's a $5 one. And honestly, I just
think he's a $5 FBA.
I think he's a $5 FBA. I've been watching him.
But he don't want to be FBA though. So why would? Nah, I don't think so. Because he don't want to be FBA.
If there's a check cut, he wants to be FBA.
Oh, I believe. I'll take his word. I'll take his word. You know what I'm saying?
I don't take his word. I don't take it. He's a foreign. Well, he may be American born.
He looks like a foreigner though. Just looking at him.
He's American born foreigner. That's all. I'm convinced he's an American born foreigner. It's his hairline. It's his phenotype and stuff like that.
He looks like Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, and then you know what? The fact that he tries to give this, I'm not going to call him a fool because he's very intelligent. But this dude, the other day, giving Yvette Carnell her props on her politics and stuff like that. And my whole thing is, if Yvette Carnell's politics is so great, why isn't she running?
You know what that reminds
She
me
has
of?
all the answers. I'm confused at how this guy thinks Yvette Carter. You're putting her up here because she goes on her YouTube and Patreon and talks about a lot of stuff, but she's not boots on the ground. She hasn't gotten behind anyone who is trying to run for office to get reparations pushed through. I can't give someone all this credit for just sitting behind a camera talking.
You know what that is? That's what Jay Prince said the other day. You saw that quote? I think Vicky had put it up.
Oh page. Yeah, I did. Know something.
He said, you know, when I'm
gonna pull it up.
I forgot the wording of it, but basically, you know what I'm saying, you got two people who don't like you, and they team up just because they don't like you, but really they don't even like each other. That's all that is. He has no problem giving Yvette props because she don't like Tariq and he don't like Tariq.
That's it. Listen, it says when a hater doesn't like you, they team up with other haters who don't like you. And before you know it, there's a slew of haters who hate you. But here's the thing. Those haters don't even like each other. Oh, they only gather because of you. See how powerful you are?
That's all it is.
That's it.
That's all it is. But I wanted to segue to this when we was talking about keeping the families together and all of that, you know, rebuilding our family image. I wanted to segue into this because Sierra, I guess, is coming out with a new record.
Lord.
Let me put this up.
Sit down, CC.
Hold on. Can I pause it? I can't pause it. Hold on.
Play the girls some acapella up front on the first half, and then on the second half, drop the beat in.
Yeah.
This is for the girls get money. This is for the girls that don't need no man. This is for the girls that love themselves. This is for all the girls that done did it by themselves. This is for all the girls that's INDEPENDENT. This is for all the girls that be living stress free. This is for all the girls on a mission like me. This is for all the girls around the world.
So this is a whole married woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole married woman out here talking about this for all my girls that don't need no man.
Right.
This for all the independent women that don't need no man.
The one who prayed. Remember, she had the special prayer. You know, she prayed for that special man, Russell Wilson, who's her now husband and father of her additional 2 children. So this is a person who's pushing this independence and women don't need a man crap. And you have a whole husband and family that you pray for.
Right. At first, I didn't know what was going on. I seen somebody tweet it, and they said Sierra must think this is 2006 or something like that. They said, and I just thought they was talking. I thought they was talking about her outfit or something.
Me too.
I was looking at the big jersey. I thought they was talking about the outfit, so I just scrolled past it. But then I seen her getting drugged all through Twitter. I was like, oh, what's going on here? And so some of the tweets was the audacity with a big ass ring on her finger. Nobody don't feel like being independent and paying all the bills by themselves.
Period. I know I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to walk to the car, you know, by myself when I have to be at work, you know what I'm saying, at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and it's still dark.
Oh, you still walking by yourself, goddamn. I ain't getting up.
You know what I'm saying? No, you getting your ass up. You get, you know what I'm saying? Like, like Sierra, this was just not a good look. And again, as a married woman, I feel like she has evolved into something different. And if this was non-married, you know, Sierra, who, you know, was still promoting, I can kind of get it, even though I wouldn't like it. But you are married and you've evolved. So shouldn't your music evolve with you? And you should be talking a different way now, you know, putting pride back into the Black family and telling women, you know, it's no honor in being a single mom. I think we do it because we have to in most cases, in the event that they die or something like that. But there's really no honor to me in being a single mother. What is that? It's just making it harder for me and my children.
Mm-hmm. And in her defense, she's not a songwriter, so.
Well, you can be selective in which songs that you accept, though, because you are in a different place and space in life. You are.
I agree. I agree. The song sound whack anyway. By the way, the song sound whack.
The message is whack, and she's whack for even.
Brandy did that too. Brandy did that too, like a couple years ago. Last year before, Brandy had tried to come out with a single saying the same type of shit. That shit fell flat. People is not with that no more. People is not with that. People see that for what it is now.
And she ain't married.
Yeah, but still, she was celebrating baby mamahood.
Right. Hence why she's still a baby mama. She's Brandy. You know what I'm saying? No one has locked Brandy down. Brandy's beautiful too, talented.
Love Brandy.
You know, if your mindset, and you still promoting this stuff, guess what? That's what you're going to get. You have to change your thinking, your speaking, and everything. If you want to bring that, like Sierra was praying for, God answered her prayer. So don't push this bullshit on us.
I ain't hear about the prayer. What's this prayer?
So she supposedly, when she after Future and stuff like that, she just had this, thing. She said she was just praying, for the right person to enter her life, the right man, a husband in her life. And so everybody was calling it the Sierra prayer. And when Russell, proposed to her, they got married and stuff like that, and they saw how happy she was. Everybody was like, dang, we want the Sierra prayer. Sierra, what is it that you pray for, so we can start praying that same prayer, so we can get this beautiful black, family like you. So there's this thing about the Sierra prayer. She actually has a song called the Sierra prayer too, but it is talking about what she was praying for. She changed her mindset, so she said. So she could attract the man that she has.
Got you. I forgot what I was about to say. The chat threw me off. Yeah, that threw me off.
I don't like that.
But some of the other tweets, though, they said, Sierra, please stop this now. We're tired of being independent. We want a life like yours. Please stop promoting this type of music when you're going straight home to get loved on. Me searching for the girls that asked for this song.
Right.
Niera. The girl name is Niera.
Hell. Ain't nobody searching for this song, man. It's whack.
Boobzilla said, you going home to your man, girl. F you.
Right.
I love Sierra, but it's obvious when she is just trying to make a song for the sake of a hit, talking about all the girls who don't need no man. Like, we are all grown and we want the same as you, sis. They was going in on her.
No, they should go in on her. Like, she needs to know that this is not okay. We don't accept this. Boo! Tomatoes, Sierra.
Why do kept-ass housewives with rich men always want to push independence as if they really live that shit? Happily married women making single women music is my favorite genre of irony.
Right.
LOL, the R&B and rap girls be getting in the studio promoting women to be single and alone, and after they're done, they go home to their man.
Cardi B.
All of them.
Cardi B, she got a husband and a family as well, but she rap about her life.
Strawberry Jam said, I'm not listening to this because I need a man.
Period. I'm with Strawberry Jam. Tomatoes. Throw tomatoes at Sierra for this song, and boo. We're not doing this, man. You got a whole husband who also bought your masters, purchased her masters, which I'm sure wasn't worth much, but bought her masters, leveling her up. Like, girl.
You're gonna stop acting like Sierra don't got hits, though. She do 3, 4. Sierra got hits. Stop playing.
3, 4 of them. She do. I never said that. 3, 4 of them.
Stop playing. Sierra been out since what? 2004 or something like that? Almost 20 years.
Yeah, 3, 4 hits too. 3, 4 hits. Yes, you're right.
Sierra got some joints, man. Stop playing.
Shit like this will make people forget about them joints because you talking ignorant. You know what I'm saying? And CC has evolved into a married woman with a beautiful black family. CC, we need you to get on some new. Stop this shit. CC, get on some new, man.
All right, but that's it, man.
Wait a minute. What we got coming up? So this Wednesday, Nothing. We don't have a we do not have a Black Business Showcase on this Wednesday, but the Pick Me Godcast will be resuming on Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. The Pick Me Godcast will be on Thursday, and then the following Wednesday, we do have the Black Business Showcase back. And then we also have a special guest for the Pick Me Godcast 2 weeks from there. So yeah, we're picking up, y'all. We're picking up. So make sure you're following Sincere Love and I on our social media for times and guests, etc. If you are an entrepreneur or business owner and you would like to be featured on Sincere Love the Godcast Black Business Showcase, make sure you DM me. Please DM me because he don't be knowing what he's doing. But you can DM him and he'll just send it to me. But yeah, DM us and we will be happy to showcase your business.
Yeah, for sure. I got a couple of people I've been chopping it up with, man. I just been focused on the Masters table and doing this rollout and stuff like that. And so we're gonna be back rocking and rolling with that. We just had to take a couple of weeks off, but we still rocking with the Black Business Showcase, of course. Yep. That's my favorite show.
Yes. So fun. That's one of my favorites too. Then we have the Pick Me Godcast. It's fun too because I'm learning so much, and I'm having a couple come on. I don't want to announce who yet.
That's gonna be dope.
The title of that one, and a lot of y'all may know who they are because they do have a big social media presence. But the title of that show is going to be Marriage Is.
Marriage is. Okay.
Just marriage is. Yeah. What is marriage? Because it's different for everybody. Because everybody runs their household. Their marriage is different. What works for you may not work for me. So we're going to talk about what marriage is.
Okay. What else? That's really it. But we appreciate y'all tapping in with us as always.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Always have fun kicking it with y'all. And so, yeah, we'll be back here on Thursday. I might be doing something in between there. Y'all stay tuned. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell and all of that. So whenever we go live with new episodes, even if it is a surprise pop-up, you will receive a notification. And so you guys could know what we got going on. Make sure you order the new album, The Masters Table, at www.themastersrsvp. The digital downloads are available now. The physical copies are on the way. You can get your merch. We got the hoodies, the posters, all of that stuff. So tap in for that. Pre-order the new children's book series at godcastbooks.com. 7 The Super Heru series, volume 1 is almost complete. We looking forward to the Black Business Expo down in Dallas coming up in May.
Yes.
We're going to be out there. The Godcast family going to be out there vending, hoping to see some of you all in person. That's going to be really our official launch for the book, although it would be out before that. I believe it'll be out before that day, but that's going to be our official in-person pop-up type, you know what I'm saying? And actually, me and Nicely going to meet for the first time in real life.
Yeah, isn't that wild, y'all?
Yeah, I never even met this girl before.
Isn't that wild? Right. Doing a whole book together, but that's all right.
I met Kool-Aid before. Before. Me and Kool-Aid actually met. I think we might have met twice in person. But I definitely seen her at the Buck Breaking screening at the Black House down here in Atlanta. But I think she was at the FBA conference too. I think she was there too. But so that's gonna be dope. I'll be
at the Hidden History Museum this weekend. Next Saturday.
Weekend.
That's coming up. Yeah, I'll be there for that event. I'll try to take as many pictures and video as I can. I really need we need Tariq Nasheed and we need the family to push him. Since his museum is focused on the master teachers a lot, and obviously the hidden history. We need the Master's Table to be played at the Hidden History Museum. We need, I'm just saying, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this weekend he is going to have a DJ there. Obviously, we're going to be looking at the.
Who's the DJ? That's what we got to get at.
I know. I need to. Well, see, I don't know. He hasn't made those announcements, but I already told RP Beats. I was like, if there is, I'm gonna, hop my little ass right on there and say, hey, Bat My Eyes, can you play this?
Yep.
Bat My Little Eyes, can you play this for me? So yeah, but I just want Tariq to also hear to say something like, this album is made for the Hidden History Museum. It literally is.
Yeah, I mean, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. That would be incredible.
Listen, if there's a DJ, I will be flaunting my ass right on over there. Hello, sir.
Y'all just make sure y'all watch out for Tahaka Bay out there. Y'all keep y'all head on the swivel out there. Make sure there's no Tahaka Bay sightings, no Leachy X sightings, or
I don't think
y'all got a lot of beef, man. Y'all got a lot of beef out here in these streets.
man.
Y'all gotta watch out for Gucci Bear. Y'all got any bear sightings? Man. God damn.
Damn. In South Central of all places. Like that shit is usually in the mountains. Man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit going on. But yeah, if there's a DJ, I will be hopping my ass over to the DJ booth.
Yeah, they need to play that. They need to play something over there. What song you gonna tell them to play?
Definitely the intro.
You gonna tell them to play the intro?
I have to have the intro. So I feel like I can't listen to the album without the intro. Okay. Like I have to start from the beginning. It's not like I'm gonna go to track 5. No,
and that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, because that's the way albums are supposed to be. It's a sequence to it. Like that's part of the creative process, is making sure that the songs are in the correct sequence so that it has a certain flow to it, and so that it tells a story, you know what I'm saying, from beginning to end. Like each song is a work of art within itself, but the entire album is one piece of art. You know what I'm saying? The songs are not really separate. So that's good to hear.
I have to have all of it, but yeah. I mean, so tell me though. So if he was like, okay, I can play a couple, right? I'm definitely going to start with the intro. What would you suggest the main?
I would say Flowers.
Okay, Flowers.
I would say Flowers. Okay. You know what I mean? And there's actually a piece that was left off of Flowers that we got to do something with. I just told RP that we got to do something with that, because there was a piece to that was left off of it where we talking about the new black media and all of that stuff. So we're going to do something with that too. But yeah, Flowers, I would definitely suggest Flowers for that type of setting
event.
In that event. And probably the Fort.
Okay. I'm just keeping that, because I'm telling you, my ass will be at the DJ booth. I'm not playing with you.
Yeah, if we find out who the DJ is beforehand, let me know, because I'll be on his head.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'll ask. Hey, and if he has social media.
Yeah.
Okay. Good idea. Yeah. Let's do it.
We on the head. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, any DJs out there too, by the way, send me your information so I can get those records to y'all. We already in contact with a lot of DJs around the country. Shout out to DJ Ease from Sirius Satellite FM radio. They be showing us a lot of love. They was playing records from the last joint. They actually got one of our songs to DJ Premier, and he played it on his show. And so we just sent him some of the joints from the new album. So we'll see what happens with that too.
Let's go.
All right, so let's get out of here. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. We got to watch out for Percy Earl.
All them niggas. Percy Earl, all of them.
Oh, lessons. Well, Mama Love said 120 lessons. Okay, yeah.
Percy Earl, though, he's just looking for him a little honey, though.
Yeah.
Percy Earl kind of good dude. He just, a little sugar daddy. Looking for a sugar baby.
Right. Right. All right, family. Let me see how I could do this real quick. Oh, that's not over here.
Hey, Nikki the God.
Shout out to Nikki the God.
The goddess. That's my sister.
But all right, yeah. We out of here, man. I'm about to go make something to eat. And oh man, I forgot, man. I wanted to get into some of this today too, man. Dealing with today's topic. Shout out to Wesley Muhammad. This is his book, Understanding the Assault on the Black Man, Black Manhood, and Black Masculinity. I pulled it out this morning because it was packed up in one of my boxes. I pulled it out this morning to try to prepare for today's show, but I had to do a whole bunch of running around, so I didn't even get a chance to.
Let me get one more before we go. I want to show this book that I got from my son from Dr. Dimitri.
And while she's doing that, let me just tell y'all some of the sections in the book. For those of y'all who are not familiar with the book, y'all need to go get this. This is mandatory reading right here. And so you got War on the Black Man from Nixon to Clinton and beyond. Disappearing the Black Male, Still a Threat, Kill the Male, Spare the Female, The Dying Whites, Spare the Female Part 2, The Rise of Black Matriarchy, The Clintons, Super Predators and Their Black Prey, Global Project, Feminizing the Black God. I'm just giving y'all some of the titles of the chapters and some of the different sections in the book. And the book is filled with receipts, family. It's not just Dr. Wesley just running his mouth. The book is filled with hundreds, if not thousands, of receipts in here where you could go do the research and see where the information came from. All the documents are here. So, imperial sodomy, European expansion in homosexual enterprise, ritual cannibalism and homosexuality institutionalized in American slavery. What else? The esoteric agenda, killing the Black God, the Black Bull, and the Black Man. Y'all got to go get this book, man. Y'all got to go get this book. I had to pull it back out, man. Once all of these,
I got to get it.
Started coming out.
I got to get it. Well, you guys always know about the ISIS papers, Dr. Francis Wilson. And I just got this one. This is from Dominic Muhammad, Manhood, Principles, Parables, Concepts, and Characteristics from the Holy Quran. And this talks about manhood. I bought this specifically for my son. And so it's basically coming from different books in the Quran. It says the study of God as the blueprint for masculine development. So I purchased this for my son. I have read some of it. I've never read the Quran before, so I'm learning that as well throughout this read. But, anything that's dealing with manhood, and how to master manhood, this one, and also with Sincere has.
I got to give you your props, man. If you're going, if you're going to be a single mother, this is the way to do it.
Listen, I am not trying to raise no effeminate fool. I can't. If you become that way, it's on you at this point, because it's definitely not me coddling you, babying you, and stuff. Like, I tell this story all the time.
You're doing an excellent job, man.
When he was little, and you know how you in the store, kids running around, you be like, stop, blah, blah, blah. And he kind of was a crybaby when he was little. And I wouldn't let him cry. I'll be like, get up. And he'll just be crying and crying. I'll say, stop breathing. And he'll be like, and my friend, she's like, nigga, please let him breathe. And I'll be like, he'll get some air. But all that crying and stuff, you're a boy. You are a man. Stop all that crying. Shit hurts. Suck it up. Suck it up. I do it now because he will still, like, if he's having a angry state, you know what I'm saying? And he'll be so upset that he wants to cry. And it's nothing wrong with a man crying. But I just, like, toughen up. I just believe in being firm, even little situations with he and his little girlfriend. You ain't no weenie, if you believe in something, you know what I'm saying, and this is the person you see yourself with right now, that's how he feels, then you need to stand in your manhood and you need to learn how to lead. And right now it's certain ways that she's been raised and she don't know and understand white supremacy. Neither does her mama. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that you're going to have to teach her. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? She'll appreciate you more for her later. These are things that you guys can talk about, but I want you to be the man of your house. I want you to lead your family. I want you to be able to protect and provide for your family. And you have to do that as the leader. Not to say that your future wife doesn't have a voice and an opinion. You're supposed to value that. You're supposed to respect that. And you guys are supposed to come together. You submit to her, she submits to you. But you are the man. You are the decision maker.
All right, mama. All right, mama.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show.
Look, what should be dropping jewels? Yeah, I'm just reading some of y'all comments.
Yeah. That man's mind is brilliant. Yes.
Yep. All right, so that does it for today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. We'll see you all in a few days. Just remember, fam, we're not the master teachers, man. We are only the master students and signal boosters for Voices of the New Black Media. With that being said, we are out of here. Peace.
I'm going to listen to the album.
And black love.
Master elements.
Racism, white supremacy is a dynamic system for the ultimate purpose of white genetic survival on the planet. White supremacy.
You are in an evil system, a system that is designed deliberately to produce evil thoughts, to produce animosity, to produce violence.
Introduction to African civilizations and man-garden civilization.
Master elements. Master elements.
To dedicate lives to the study of history.
They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation.
The right way is clearly distinct from error.
Racism is a competitive relationship between groups of people who are competing for the ownership and control of resources, wealth, and power.
Master elements.
Most resilient, we poster children of prophecy fulfillment. We got